up? Polo motivation, bro. You want to grind and hustle with no expectation and no hesitation. I said grind and hustle with no expectation and no hesitation. I said grind and hustle with no expectation and no hesitation. I said grind and hustle with no expectation and no hesitation. Listen, a lot of you shit. A lot of you sit and wait for shit to fall in your lap. No, it doesn't work like that. A lot of you are wishing upon a star, like I've told you before in the previous polo motivation. You don't want to do that. Let's just get to the gist of everything, right? I don't grind with no type of expectations, first and foremost, because the only expectation that you have to have really is within yourself. You know, hustling and grinding. If you, yeah, it's all right to put pressure on yourself and everything, but if you grind and hustle for somebody else's expectation, then sad, sad to say, most likely you're probably going to fail at achieving your goal because you're so fixated on impressing somebody else. I'll give you a prime example. The reason why a lot of relationships fail and a lot of guys, they don't really, make it with a female is because they're not focused on their craft. They're not focused on their purpose. They don't make it a mission. They don't grind with it or hustle with any type of mission. And me myself, yes, I don't get me wrong. Being that I have a fam and everything like that. Yo, what's up with it, True Bike? And I'll see you in the building, Queen. Being that I do have family, okay, yes, there's expectations, of course, all the time, it's standard. But when you grind and you hustle, with those expectations, and you're so paranoid about not reaching those expectations, or you're so paranoid about not meeting a particular goal that you're trying to reach. Well, guess what? You're not going to grind comfortably. You have to grind and hustle comfortably, and that's what I do. I grind and I hustle comfortably. And sometimes you got to get uncomfortable to be comfortable. That's the best comfortable. You know, Sometimes you have to get out of your comfort zone, especially when you're grinding and hustling. If you feel like, man, I'm just lazy, like my wife was telling me the other day, she was like, maybe I feel lazy and everything like that. The best thing that you can fight that is by just getting up and not thinking about it, because the more that you sit there and the more that you think about it, the more that you think about the negativity, the more that you think about those expectations, the more that you think about that stuff that you have on your back, the more that you think about all of the pressure that you have upon you amongst the other stuff that you have to take care of in terms of responsibilities and obligations. Guess what? It's gonna be hard for you to focus. Now, many people are gifted in focusing on several different things at once. Hey, that's wonderful for you, but a lot of people really can't do that. They have to focus on one thing at a time. Excuse me. And then when you focus in on that one thing, on that one particular thing, guess what? You do it comfortable. Always keep your composure when you're hustling and when you're grinding. And look, everybody thinks that when I'm talking about grinding, when I'm talking about hustling, that, they automatically think about doing something illegal, traffic, or getting involved in something that you're really not supposed to, or whatever, in terms of making a bag or something like that. Now, that's not what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't necessarily even have to be when it comes to, when you think of grinding, when you think of hustling, most people automatically have a stereotypical type of way of thinking. Oh, they automatically think that you're talking about something illegal. No, man, your grind and your hustle is not limited to anything. Really. Your grind and your hustle could be cutting yards. Your grind and your hustle could be, like, a skill or a craft that you're trying to develop right now. Your grind and your hustle could be your family. Your grind and your hustle can be just your job that you're working at. But whatever you're doing, you make sure that you're doing it with no expectations and no hesitation. A lot of us, we sit here and we shortchange ourselves because something gets too hard, or something gets, that pressure is mounting and everything like that. But you may take that pressure off. It's no complicated way in saying it, because a lot of times you're already destroying your vision even before, because in order for you to achieve something and to be successful at something, there has to be a vision, there has to be a mission, and there has to be a purpose. You have to have your eye on everything. You can have a whole lot of stuff going on, whether it's negativity around where you live. You know what I'm saying? Different stuff happen to certain people that you didn't want to happen. Curveballs. You know what I'm saying? Everything flying at you all at once and everything. But guess what? You're dodging them, right? Bobbing, you're weaving, or whatever, just to get to that goal. And see, when that stuff comes flying at you, when the curveballs come flying at you, well, guess what? That's more expectation. That's more. That's more of you being hesitant. You don't want to be hesitant on anything that you put your first foot, your foot, your foot on, and put your first foot forward. You see, if you're gonna do something, hold on 1 second. If you plan on doing something, you need to make sure that you're doing it, and you're doing it like without thinking that you're gonna fail, because you're already destroying your mindset when you say, "Oh, okay, well, what if I try to do this and this happens?" No, I don't think about none of that. Don't think about it. Just do it. Just jump right in there. Jump right in that ocean. What's up with it, Mike? I see you in the building. The DMV is all in here today. I see y'all, man. Some of y'all want to get stuff started, but you don't know how. Hey, just do it and take the criticism as it comes along. Some of y'all want to start businesses. Some of y'all want to get into shape. Some of y'all want to, do a particular thing, but you're like, well, man, I haven't got this yet, but when I get it, I'll get started. No, Don't do that because you're gonna spend time. Wait. Say, listen. That's another. See, that's expectation and hesitation. You see what I'm saying? That's a prime example of it. Because you're sitting there and you're like, oh, well, people are expecting me to have this in play and have that in play before I start this business, or before I start, a channel, or before I start, a panel, or before I start, get started in music or something like that. Oh, I gotta have this together. I gotta have that together. Nah, And if they tell you you do, fuck it and keep it moving. What's up, Wee Bay? I see you in the building, man. A lot of y'all sit and y'all wait and you kick your feet up and stuff like that until something falls in your lap. Now you gotta go get that motherfucker, man. And listen, don't chase people. Because, man, people gonna come when they come. And then when people come, all they gonna come is with the same type of expectation. They'll be like, well, you should have this or you should have that. Shit, okay, thank them. Whatever way you want to thank them, or if you want to say fuck them, then just keep on moving or whatever. And don't tell them, sometimes you don't have to tell them, fuck them, you know what I'm saying, when, right out forward. You have to have that in your mind, especially when they're doing destructive criticism. Because that's all a lot of our community does. They do destructive criticism as opposed to constructive criticism. You know what I'm saying? And believe it or not, their destructive criticism is by, showing you any type of attention, showing you any type of love, showing you any type of just do, give you any type of praise, anything like that. And you shouldn't really look for praise. Guess what? Leave that shit alone. You got to go with the intent. You already automatically got to go with the intent that people don't. You already got to go with the intent that people are destroyed. You got to you got to outwork whatever you call competition, because really you shouldn't. I know that this might sound crazy. The real true competition is yourself. But some of y'all like, oh well, I gotta compete with this man. I gotta compete with that woman. I gotta outdo this person. I gotta outdo that person. Nah, because guess what? You're gonna drive your motherfucking self crazy. And see, in the yang, it's a martial arts saying. It means do without thinking. You know what I'm saying? And when you do that, you'll grind and you'll hustle better. You know what I'm saying? I grind with no type of expectation, and I don't grind with no type of hesitation. I don't wait on nothing. And if I do happen to take a little bit of time, you best believe I'm gonna make up for it. And, what's up with it, Jacob Jennings? I see you in the building. Funky Town in the building. Always grind with no hesitation. Grind with no expectation. Grind with no limitation. You don't want to grind with no limitations. Stop limiting yourself. Oh well, man, I'm 50 years old, man. So my time is up. Nah, your time is not up. Well, man, I'm a little big, so I don't think I'll be able to do that, man. Listen, you put expectation and hesitation and limitation on yourself. Cut all that shit out. Just jump in that motherfucking ocean, which is what you're supposed to do. You want to grind with no expectation, grind with no hesitation, and grind with no limitation. The more that you put in limitations on yourself, the more that you put in expectations on yourself, the more that you put in hesitation on yourself and everything, You're not gonna go anywhere because all of that stuff is doing nothing but added pressure and added stress. Well, man, I can't work out right now. I don't have no membership. Hey, did they have a gym membership when they were in the cave days? No, they didn't. They were hunter and gatherers. That's how they got their exercise. Go walk the block. No excuses. Excuses and expectations. They go hand in hand. EX, right? Man, I can't get a job right now, man. I'm on disability. Man, you can still hustle. You don't have to do anything illegally. There's many things. You can learn to cook. Make you some breakfast burritos. There's a lot of motherfuckers that be hungry and then go to the work or whatever. They be like, man, Jacob, I'm hungry than a motherfucker. I don't feel like walking nowhere. Oh, call Tyrone. You know what I'm saying? He got them burritos on stuff. Bam, he there. One stop shop like hustle. But nah, oh well, I'm too lazy. Man, I ain't got no social media page. Man, who said you have to have a social media page? Oh, that's expectations. Never mind. Go ahead, Jacob, man. Go ahead.
Morning, what's happening, Polo?
What's up with it, man? Funky Town in the building, man. And my
Already.
guy Jacob, man, he knows about grinding and hustling with no expectation, no hesitation, and no limitation. Go ahead and cook on.
And hey, one of my mentors told me, he's like, hey man, you gotta focus on building you. You know what I'm saying? Yes, please. You gotta focus on building you. What you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? You gotta find something that you like, passionate to do. You know what I'm saying? You know, what's that saying? If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. You know? Thank you. Mhm. You know, so all I'm saying is you know, everybody finds a means of making some type of success, man. You just gotta find what you like. Sometimes investing in what you like to do, you know what I'm saying? Even if it don't, even if it fail, don't mean just cause something here's I think this is a good thing, a good way of looking at life, right? Just because something you try fail don't mean it can't be a success or it can't turn into success. Because in order for you to technically, like in other words, everybody that was great, that is known to be great, right? They lost first. See what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, like, like Michael Jordan. Did Michael Jordan start off winning championships his whole entire career? No, he lost. He knows. Look, in other words, a winner understands the effects about losing. See what I'm saying? So I feel like you have to lose sometime in order to learn. In other words, you learn from your mistakes. You know what I'm saying? You learn from your mistakes, and guess what? That's all you really can do. That's all you really can do. Learn from your mistakes and go on from it. You know what I'm saying? But when you focus on something, you gotta understand. Like a like a like a blueprint, right? A blueprint to a house is designed for a reason. Why? Because you have to foresee what you're going to build. See, some people don't even have a blueprint on how they want to be successful. Like I want to be more successful, you know what I'm saying? But guess what? I gotta have a blueprint. And you know what? I like watching cooking shows like Gordon Ramsay and stuff like that. How he turned help, how he tries to turn help turn, you know, struggling restaurant businesses around. One of the reasons why I like that because he showed you that hey, first thing he noticed when he goes into a business, if it ain't busy, they ain't that good. That's just his opinion now. That's just his opinion. He could be wrong. But he say, man, if a restaurant ain't that busy, you know, they ain't that good. It's obviously sometimes it takes somebody that realize, man, look, I'm showing you what people really like. Like like nobody likes to eat something that's not authentic, right? You don't want something that's non-authentic. You want something uh that is that gives concrete. I mean, it gives good flavor. You want something that's original. And when you eat something original, guess what? You know what I'm saying? That's what people going actually when they come to your restaurant, if you're a restaurant owner, they can be like, wow, nah, these ain't made up. These crab cakes right here ain't made up. This right here is authentic crab cake. This is real, made from scratch. You know what I'm saying? Everything. You know, everything is authentic. So reason why I brought up Gordon because Gordon, he,
Yeah, that's a
he can
perfect.
help you. He can help you reconstruct your restaurant to give it that down home feel that it's supposed to have. And guess
That,
what? People
that,
get their money's worth. Yeah, but
yeah, sometimes you gotta have that because somebody
yeah,
else. Yeah, Jacob could see something that I don't see. Like he'd be like, "Nah, Polo, I think maybe you should." And see, that's our problem, Jacob. We don't like to take constructive criticism. Like I know, like when Jacob tells me something, y'all, or when somebody tells me something. Well, what's up, number one grinder? I see you in the building, man. Man, I don't know
salute
what was.
everybody. Salute everybody.
Grinder. I was trying to talk to you yesterday, man, but I don't know what was up, man. So hopefully, man, the mic is straight because I would like to get your input on, like everybody's input on everything. But listen, because sometimes somebody will see something and they don't, you don't see it, and then when when somebody tries to give you some advice about it, or to drop some gems on you about it or whatever, guess what our people do, Jacob? They're like, nah, I got it, stubborn type
Hmm.
of mentality, and that's why we don't progress. Nah, I want to listen to Jacob because Jacob might have done some stuff or has some experiences that I don't have or whatever. And that way, when I could go in with no expectations, no hesitation, and also, guess what? I'm not placing any limitations because hey, when I limit myself, guess what? I'm not listening to Jacob. When I limit myself, I'm not listening to Jacob. When I limit myself, I'm not listening to Weebay. When I limit myself, I'm not listening to True Viking Queen. You know,
Hmm.
we gotta stop placing hesitation, limitations on ourselves because it's not going to help us progress in any type of situation. If you're feeling
Right.
down, you're feeling depressed, you're not going what you're supposed to do, the best way to do that is fight that and by attacking it. Because you sitting around me, oh man, well I'm feeling this way, I'm feeling that. But like my wife, she was like, I'm feeling lazy or whatever. Hey, I held it for a little bit, but I was like, we got to get up because that's what uh you know some some negative people and negative situations want you to do. They want you to stay complacent, and that's not what we're supposed to do. What's up with it, Grinder?
What's going on? What you said that you want to talk to me about? What happened?
No, I was wondering what was going on with you yesterday because I tried to I was trying to talk to you several times, and I guess maybe I guess your mic or whatever we wasn't really getting no response.
Oh,
Okay.
you talking about on the live?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy yesterday. Yeah, my day was crazy yesterday.
Oh, okay. But you good now? Everything okay though?
It's all right. Sometimes, Virginia, man. I ain't want to get into
Number
Virginia.
one grinder.
Ah, that's the one and only man. That Jacob, man. That's my nigga Jacob, man. But what I was hearing some what y'all was talking about, I think we needed to. But I would say this though: if a person that is depressed or the person goes through things, every situation is different, and I think we have to understand it. I know it's hard for us to understand sometimes. Sometimes sometimes especially if you know that person is a good, that person has a good heart. You can't give up. Yes, they have to do for themselves. Yes, true, but can't give up. You can't. You got to keep. You got to let them know that that your existence does count, especially if they do not have a safety net around them either. I'm talking like this because it happens to me. So that means I rely on God and working hard with my prayers. And I know I'm not gonna get into a religion, no, but I know that God has surrounded me by good people, and just a few is enough for me. And so the others outside the space and even inside the space, kick rocks because God always take care of the ones that God knows that is real. And so when you see a person, oh, that person ain't nothing. Oh, that person don't bring nothing to the table. You wrong because that be the same person that could help you. That person could have certain resources that could impact your life, or help you prepare to impact your life. But you want to throw them away because that person don't look the same, or that person don't have the money, or that person don't have the pizzazz. Those superficial things. But see, you know what a person that work in God's that be in God's arrangement, and you know there are some they want to hurt you. Like I give you a case in point, DJ Polo. I gotta say DJ Polo, but Brother Polo always mess with him. Brother Polo and Jacob. They know me for a long time in this space, and they always keep it 1,000 with me. Certain things we disagree, yes, but those are my brothers. In the end of the day, that's what you call real. That's what you call of anything that happens to me. If I'm around, I ain't gonna say if there's something happened to me, they gonna do whatever they can to help me, and I feel the same way about them. It ain't all about money, ain't all about nothing, but they respect me as a human being. They respect what I bring to the table, just as I respect what they bring to the table. And a few others in this space. I say a few. I mentioned brother Big Duke, fourth quarter talk. You got brother GP, Go Professor. You got some women like Lady Love and few women too.
Three. I'm sorry, JT. 3,000. I see you in the building, man. Grand Rising to
Salute,
So,
salute.
so the end. I'm getting ready to say this, and I'm gonna give it back to y'all. In my life right now, I've been through trial tribulations. Trust me, but I'm still here.
you. Hey, JT, you cook, man. You cook, man. There ain't no limitations on it. Y'all cook. Y'all fellas cook. Ain't no limitations. Go ahead, bro.
No, no, I understand. No, because I got to show respect. And then shout out to my brother. She Stay Sleep TV. day ones like y'all want day ones, you know? And so, but my thing is this, that I appreciate y'all, the ones I mentioned. I appreciate that you welcome me in this in your space. I appreciate y'all appreciate the work that I'm bringing. I appreciate even Ramdan, yo. I know that time, one time, Jacob even he probably forgot 2 years ago that I was so down and stuff like this. One time he was in, this one I had the Underrated Darkest channel that will be back soon. But me and him talked for 2 hours. Said, brother, it's going to whatever it is, going to be all right. He said, man, get to cooking, man. I want to see your cooking, man. I said, nah, I don't want to because people just want.
That's your passion. That's your passion.
Right, exactly. So what happened was I snap out of it and I start cooking and I start, tell people the certain things I do. And Jacob said, no, that's not the only thing he do. He do other things too. Look as a character as a person. And at that time it helped me a lot. And that's back in 2020. And I never forget those times. See, I don't talk about those times because in this space ain't none of your goddamn business. But there are a few people here that respect what I do. And I just want to let you know, Jigga, I appreciate even Brother Polo, even a few others, even Man the Gatherers. There are a few people that respect me underrated darkness. They respect what I do.
Oh yeah.
And all I'm just saying is this, that to anybody, not everybody's gonna respect you what you do. Especially you doing God's work. Because
That's a
they
fact.
wicked. They wicked. Man and women. They are wicked. Just keep on doing just a few that rolls with you. Just a few. That's all you need. And it's okay. Because you know why again? I've been doing. I know everything what I know. Everything what I'm saying. I stand on it. I know what I'm talking. You can go ahead. Thank you. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate you giving me the chance to talk.
No, it's a free for all, and I'm gonna just piggyback off of what you said, brother Grinder, and also Jacob. Man, listen, as long as you got a tight circle full of
Mm-hmm.
individuals that's gonna be there for you and gonna keep it 100, because that like Grinder was saying, everybody don't have great intentions. You got some wicked people out there, and they show up like it's beautiful and everything, but inside a whole bunch of serpentines could be surfacing in their body and everything, especially in their mind with the intentions to destroy you, to cause havoc and stuff like that. But like Ryan said, hey, if I'm sick, I want Jacob to be like, nigga, what the fuck wrong with you? I'm headed over there. Or I want Ryan to be like, yo, Mark, man, tell me what fucking airport you at so I can fly in, man, and come cook for y'all, man. If I'm down and out or something like that. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of stuff we need. Right? You want to be loyal, and loyalty is love. But again, it all goes back to the grind, and it all goes back to the hustle, and even living, just living. Period. You got to live. Uh, don't live by anybody's expectation. Don't live by you know, hesitation, and don't live by any limitations on yourself in terms of progress.
Yeah. Can't. Can't. Mm-mm. Ah. No. Especially us as men, man. We gotta find a way to stick together, man. I tell y'all, man. We gotta find a way, man. We gotta find a way, man. We getting torn apart. Stand that, what man to be accountable. I get it, but you know, I, I say this though, and I even say it on my channel. Man. I'm telling the man's right now, man. I'm saying I ain't talking about the wicked man. No, I ain't talking about that. I'm just saying if another man, if I tell any man, if you have to tear another man down for the toxic man or toxic women, stay away from me. You an enemy, man. Straight up, y'all. Y'all an enemy, man. If you ain't all about trying to help, man, you an enemy, man. Stay away from me, man. Stay away. Young and old. Stay far away from me, man. That's why I push the men's that's why I push the men platform so much, man, because we have to understand, man. We need each other. I'm telling you. They can say all they want, do, man. We do. Your man out there, y'all can say, oh yeah, y'all like to be around important men, I get it, but you're missing out on some men, man, that are powerful. Missing out, man. We gotta connect, man. That's all I know. We gotta connect. If you not, you're an enemy. Stay away from me. In a war, I know you want me to die. And others, stay away from me.
Ooh, that's deep. That's deep. I like that. That's deep.
The panties. You want to chase that toxic, sweet flower boy? Stay away from me.
That's fact. You shouldn't want anything toxic around you just to appease people. We got to stop trying to appease and please people. The only person that you should, or really the people that you should be concerned about is your family that's closest to you and yourself. And even with them, sometimes, what I'm saying, you got to say, well, I got my own expectations because you're not going to agree with everything.
Yo, shut up. 2,000 degrees, man.
Yeah, 3,000 in here. Make sure y'all go subscribe to 3,000 Degrees, man. He trying to get his channel up and running too, man. He had a
Yeah.
channel. He didn't even tell nobody or whatever. I'll be asking anybody that got a channel, man. Of course, y'all know who Grinder is. He needs no introduction. Anybody that got a channel over here, what we do, I shout everybody's channel out. I'm going to ask you if you have a channel out because I believe in all of us, progressing, man. I don't do that, I'm going to shout this channel out and then not shout it out. Nah, I don't, we don't do that type of shit.
Yeah. Well, right now, get ready to I'm gonna sell the sub channel in here, man. Just I'm saying, and just check me out. That's all I'm saying. If y'all don't like it, okay, no problem.
Hey, this is what I tell them, Grinder. If you don't like it, somebody else will.
You're right, exactly, man. That's what I told people. I said, y'all don't have to like me, but somebody else will.
Yeah.
Somebody else. Like I did boxing on disabilities. I gave another subscriber. I gave a subscriber. She's a woman. Great. Yo, but some John don't like me. All right, no problem. But somebody else will. You're right. That's what my parents used to say. They listen. Whole world ain't gonna like you. Just a few. And you should be good with that.
You got to be able to go. You got to be able to go in. It's sad, Grinder and JT. I mean Grinder and Jacob. But the thing about it is, you got to go with the intention that nobody's gonna really like what you do. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to do that, but it's unfortunate. But what I do, hey, Grinder supports me, Jacob supports me, everybody else that support me, and the people that come to support me. And the same thing with you, Grinder. Like, hey, everybody's not gonna, and even outside of YouTube, not everybody's gonna like, what you cook or something like that. Some people ain't gonna like, how your business or something like that. But as long as you can reach, I remember I was listening to Master P, and he was like, he was doing a concert. He was a backup. He was I think he was doing like he was opening for Tupac, and he said really nobody was really listening to him except one person, and he said that one person turned turned to millions, and look where look at where he's at. So it's just sort of that feel, and you can't expect everybody to like what you do. I don't do that, but I do want you. Hey, you will respect the people that are around me. I know that. You don't have to like what I say, and you don't have to like what they say. But you a respect factor. Oh yeah, I demand that. And if you can't respect me or respect the people around me, hey, kick rock.
That's what I'm saying though. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, I always say this. Even 3,000 degrees, that's my day one brother too. I always say respect my grind. You can't respect that, stay away from me. Man or woman, stay away. Because when you trying to come after me, and again, I'm not saying that I got powers from God. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about as a human being. You're gonna lose. You're gonna lose. You're gonna lose, man. Nah. I ain't been on this earth for nothing. And that's what we should feel. I ain't been on this earth for nothing. But I ain't gonna let nobody just disrespect me either. Nah. You know what I mean? In my life, my life right now, y'all, I feel like this, man. I'm gonna do whatever I can to help. Certain ones, they don't appreciate it. No problem. I'm going. I'm going. That's it. Not gonna argue no more. I gotta work on that too. I'm not gonna go. Especially I know it's the truth. I'm not, man. I'm not going back for it no more. Not doing it. You're on your own, man. Or woman. That's the way I look at it.
What you talking about arguing, JT?
Yeah, I mean, it's the truth. If there's something that you know that is substantial, that you know is the truth, I mean, not arguing. That's the wrong word to say. I'm talking about going back for it, man. Nah, I'm not. I gotta stop doing that. Nah, I'm not doing it. You got to get on your own. That's it. Especially I know it is the truth. Especially I know it can help you. Nah, you didn't. But people want to go back for this, and that. Nah, nah. You want to go on your own merits? Nah, that's all right. You good.
I mean, yeah, some, especially young guys, you got to let them slip and bust their head or bust their behind every now and then in order for them. Sometimes that's the best way to learn. Because it's like, granted, I think you brought this up one time on your channel. If I and correct me if I'm wrong, you was talking. I think it was on the men's beat, and you was like, yeah, when your parents tell you not to touch the iron or something
Yeah.
that's hot. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But then you do it, and then guess what? You're like, oh shit, that shit hot. I think that was you. But that's the same with a lot of people that are stubborn, that don't want to hear or anything like that, and then it hurts their nerves, Rhonda and Jacob, for them to come back and say, you know what? Hey, you were right, man. I think you for helping me out. That takes
Yeah.
a strong individual to do something like that. To be like, hey, Grinder, man, you helped me through the situation when I wasn't listening, but I thank you very much. It's helped me progress. But
Yeah.
we don't do a
And
lot of that though.
tell the truth, DJ Polo. When you was on the man's panel, tell the people how we had a good time and we talk about different things.
Man, that's fact. Man, we touch on everything. I be telling one of the reasons why I go to Grinder's channel. Listen, I like talking about sports, and it's a great thing. I've been around it my whole life. But sometimes, man, we got to put things in its proper perspective as men, as individuals, as women. You know what I'm saying? As a culture, and that's what Grinder does. That's what Jacob does too. Like Jacob, he said, man, I be tired of sports sometimes, and that's the truth. I like
Right.
talking about stuff like this because the the gems that Grinder, y'all want to talk about? I'm dropping gems or maybe somebody else is dropping gems. Nah, grind guys like Grinder. I had True Raw on yesterday. People were trying to pick his brain because these brothers right here, I I shut the fuck up and I listen because they've experienced. They might have had more experiences than me, and the brothers that be at that table. So I like to soak in stuff like a sponge. I don't like to get on here and profess that I know everything. Like JT, he might be a better cook than me, even though that I cook. But I want to learn from that nigga. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I want to learn from that brother. I want to learn from Jake. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we have to
Yeah. Oh, 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 oh.
do. Even though I am in the mood right now for some pancakes and some eggs and some sauce.
Why you gotta go there? Why you gotta go there? Why you gotta make me hungry, man?
Some Jimmy Dean, man. Some Jimmy Dean sausage. Um, nah, but yeah, the back and forth, man. That doesn't make any situation better. All it does is just cloud and contaminate an individual, and you're not gonna go anywhere. If my conversation ain't going with you anywhere, I'm gonna cut it short with you because we're not building. We're not going anywhere. We're not doing anything. Um,
Yeah.
we're not doing anything to make the situation better.
I want you. Because we ways, man.
You said what, brother?
I said because we set in our own ways, man. We
Yeah,
don't want to change. We don't want to evolve. We don't want to change. We don't.
Jacob, you still there, bro? Yeah, he probably on mute. Probably working. Hold on one second, Carter. Let me.
Yeah, I keep on talking. Yeah, welcome to my brother Polo Sports and Entertainment. Hold it down for until you get back. This is the number one grind. Better know as underrated darkness. Y'all can call me underrated darkness. Y'all call me the underrated one. It doesn't difference, but I'm glad that the ones in the chat, glad that you're here. And just understand that your existence is important too. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. No matter what you do, your existence is important. Don't have nobody tell you something different. Don't have them do that. And just keep on pushing. Just keep on pushing. The light will shine. And you will get the things that you sorely needed. Just gotta keep on pushing. And the ones that is down, help them. Because you never know. That one time you help them, that's all they need. Push. Because this world is wicked. It's the world knows the people in it. They wicked. And the ones they have, they want to keep on taking. I'm just letting you know, man. Sooner or later, it ain't gonna happen. On world wins.
All right, I'm back.
Yeah,
Um, man, it's freezing out here, man. Hey, JT, we got another cold front and ice is coming and stuff, man.
in Texas,
Yeah, another one. I'm thinking we gearing up for spring, man. They like, oh man, it's supposed to be snowing. It's supposed to be icy.
ever since that climate change happened years ago, man, we messing things up.
Yeah, I was doing my research on or global warming, and you know that. Listen, man, it, I got into geology and geography real deep at one time, grinding, man. And just about learning of like about the core and the mantle and stuff like that. How like all these states are getting ready to change and stuff like that. Like you see, like Louisiana is going to be under sea level, and parts of Texas, like the Houston area and all that, that's supposed to be going under sea level in the next few years because of like what JT had touched on the climate change. That's facts, man. Cause, 'cause think about it. Think about all these hurricanes that come back to back, and they don't beat like we've had a hurricane and to double down on that grinder. We also had a winter storm, and it was a winter storm that was unorthodox because you think of the time period that it happened. You're like, okay, well, this happened at this time of year. That's weird. We're supposed like back in the days in like the '90s and the '80s, grinder and Jacob. Right now, it was supposed to be springtime, or at least going into spring, because we almost in March already, man. But it's 25 degrees out here. It's 23 degrees out here. Yeah, but rain, sleet, or snow, we still gotta go. No, that's my mentality. Rain, sleet, or snow, we got to go. Hope everybody feeling all right in the chat, man. If y'all still there, I know. Grinder. Hey, when you coming with another men's meeting, man?
I'm thinking about doing another one today, man.
And please do, bro.
Huh?
Please, I said, please do, man.
You like that? I know. Yeah, but you gotta stay, man. I just messing with you. I just messing with you. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing one today, early afternoon, man.
Yeah. Well, I didn't. For the one that you did with the disability with the boxing, I was telling you yesterday that I didn't get the notification, and I didn't get. I don't know if you're trying to send me, shoot me, but I didn't get anything. Next thing you know, I was like, damn, people went live.
Yeah.
Like, I would have hopped on, but yeah, I'll say I made it a little late that one day because I was on the street for like 8 hours. But man, if you're gonna do it, man, I'm gonna clear my time because I want
Yo, I send my number in your email, man. Hit me up.
to go. Yeah, well, yeah, I got y'all number and stuff like that. I just they
Yeah,
do that.
but the man said I'm thinking about doing it at 1:35 today, man. Because I know it's been a while. I haven't done any men's panel on the mornings either.
Right.
If I do it at 1:35.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm seeing me man come.
Yeah, you know, like between you, I like that men's meeting or whatever because man, that boy, brother Israel, man, he be spitting some facts.
Yeah, he do it, right? Yeah, exactly, he do. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
And
brother.
that's what he
I mean George go hard and that boy Clarence, man, brother Clarence.
yeah. See,
They awesome.
that's what I want to bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to have a lot of money to get on the panel.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? We bring a lot to the table. But
Right.
in this space, they do have men's panel, but you gotta talk about this, man. I'm tired of talking about women. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Oh, yeah,
huh?
yeah. No, I was agreeing with you.
All right, man. You know what I'm saying? I know about women. Women stay to listen, man. Let me put this out there, man. If there's someone that are toxic, yes, it is. So you stay away from them. Now, do we talk about the justice of our man talk? Yes, because it needs to be discussed. But after it be discussed, let's find some solution. That's all. When we talk about different things, man, like shoot,
Yeah,
and also say this of women. Y'all women got to hold. Y'all women got to do a better job to hold other women accountable too. Y'all got to do if you want the man if you want the man relationship to come back with your woman, y'all gotta do a better job to hold other women accountable too. I know there are some men don't like to hear that, but I don't care what you think. But that's gotta happen. On both ends. Men hold other men accountable, women gotta hold other women accountable. That's gotta happen. That's the only way, especially that's the only way that we can find a solution between the black man and the black woman to be back together.
oh, that's right. Do you ever do you subject yourself, Brandon, to being like with the manosphere or womansphere stuff like that? Because I don't be getting, I don't be getting into that. I don't know. Oh yeah, man, I'm with the manosphere.
You
I don't
choose.
know.
They want to pick and choose. So you let them. So I let them pick and choose. There you go. I'm still gonna do my thing. Let me DJ Polo. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Do you know anybody that talks about boxing and disability in the space?
Nah, I haven't seen anybody. The only person I saw was you.
There you go.
No, oh,
And
okay. Well, no. You know what? I take that back. But he didn't touch it in depth like you. But your guy, and my guy, Black Knight. He brought up he was talking about CTE. Right. They did reference boxing though. I remember when I was on their channel on the Ebony Star Network, our grinder. They got into that and they were talking about like CTE and stuff as it pertains to boxing. But it was just briefly though. It wasn't in depth like how. But go ahead.
yeah, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
And they always talk about CTE. Because CTE is a real thing, man. You know, CTE and we talk about disabilities and stuff like that, man. It's a real thing as it pertains to sports. Where everybody just looks at they look at the great side of sports. You know what I'm saying? They look at the winning and the success and the praise and the notoriety and the money, of course. there is a downside, and there's a post, and there's an afterlife when it comes to an athlete. And like JT is instrumental in talking about, some of that happens to do with disability, especially when you talk about boxing, CTE, then having to adapt to normal society as a person, because some guys are depressed to the point where they want to take themselves out. An example of that was with Junior Seau. Because some of these guys can't fathom with being normal. Some of these guys can't fathom with being average. Like their mentality is like, JT Grinder, they'd be like, fuck average. I don't want to be average. I want to be superior. But they know that when they retire, it's like, okay, well, damn, I gotta adapt to normal society. I'm gonna be the one that's taking the trash out. I'm gonna be the one that's sweeping in the kitchen, cleaning up the kitchen, cooking dinner and everything. And some guys can't handle that.
What's happening, y'all?
Oh, you back? I thought you fell asleep.
Nah, I'm talking to a classmate. Hold up.
Yeah, so JT, man, what do you feel like they should get rid of football? Y'all hear me good?
Yeah, now,
Okay. Do you feel like they should get rid of football?
Why?
Nah, they shouldn't do that, Polo.
That's not going to happen.
I'm asking Grinder because he touched on the topic that's important.
That's not.
Yeah, let's dive into that, because a lot of people really don't. They think like football has done a lot of collateral damage. Do you know the lifespan of the average of a lifespan in of an NBA player, and an NFL player is under the age of 70 years old. With NBA, it's in the 60s, and with the NFL, it's even lower than that, like in the late 50s. JT, Jacob. That's young. In our eyes, that's young.
It is. Yep. Yep.
And see, you played a sport. You played a sport from the time you young. And look, I don't need to basketball from this conversation. Whenever we talk about, see, people forget that when you play basketball, JT, you know this, and so do you, Jacob. Man, in basketball, you get elbowed. You can get elbowed in your eye socket. You can detach your retina. You can get elbowed in your temple. You could actually kill somebody. You can get elbowed in your throat. You can get elbowed in the back of your brain, in the back of your head. Like people can come down on you when like the game is moving. You don't see it. It's not moving at your pace. It's moving 100 miles an hour. So you're taught to shake that shit off, but man, you'll feel that shit afterwards, and you'll wonder, well, damn, how come this is hurt? You know, years later, how come uh, I'm not quick to say stuff, or my speech is slurred? I'm breathing a certain way, or how come I have rapid heartbeat? Uh, how come I have trouble sleeping? It's because your body is so used to playing a particular sport. You're used to the physicality. You're used to the anxiety. You're used to the nervous. You're
Well,
used to the stress. You're used to all those different things or whatever. So it's hard for you to relax. And when you do that shit 10 to 15 years, like LeBron, uh, 19 years in the league, I mean, you have to praise a nigga like that. You know what I'm saying? In terms of how long he's been playing, because not everybody can do it. The average the average person in NBA only lasts like maybe 3 years at the most,
yeah,
3 4 years.
yeah, that's true.
They need to have more classes like they do now. Like they have like exit exit classes. You know, like when you're about to, you're in a phase of your career where hey, that window is closed. They really need to coach a lot of these guys. Like several years ago, they wouldn't let LeBron be playing like this, like at the age that he's at, and at the amount of years that he's been doing it, whatever, because they feel like it's really risky to his health. I mean, they did with Kareem or whatever, but Kareem was a center, but you didn't see very many people like that doing that. I think okay, you had Tim Duncan. He was 38 years old, still won a championship. I mean, but guys like Robert Parrish and uh, I'm trying to think of some people like Moses Malone. They usually just sat their ass on the bench grinding, and Jake. But yeah, man, I guess we'll end it on this note. Uh, y'all got anything, man? Anything to close with? I'm about to go ahead and shut this down.
Um, well, see what the new word
Go ahead, Polo. I'm gonna check back with y'all later.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah. I'm gonna set up the men's talk today at 1:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
okay, man. Y'all make sure y'all pull up to number one grinder.
Yeah. Oh, Jacob and Polo, I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna see
Okay,
the link to get on so you get on the panel. All right.
all right, no problem, man. Hey, Polo Sports Talk and Entertainment. This is also Polo Motivation. Appreciate everybody pulling up. Like the video, share, subscribe, hit the notifications. Until then, man. Y'all have a good one.
Peace.